Hello again. Well, surprise, surprise. This is another Northern Rhone, which, as you have guessed by now, I'm a pretty big fan of. So it's a Cornas from 2009 by a producer called Les Vins de Vienne. Look at the bottom, Les Vins de Vienne, 2009 Cornas, Les Barcillants. Les Vins de Vienne is an interesting joint venture, if you want, with three vignerons who got together in the 90s and collected some land and vineyards around the area, the Northern Rhone, Saint-Joseph, Cornas, Condrieu. They make Côte-Rôtie, they make Cornas, they make Saint-Joseph, they make white wine, Condrieu, Viognier, Roussanne, Marsanne, with a collection of the basically most well-known native grapes, if you want, and started making wine and developing their property. And they make pretty good wine overall. It's not like one of those big labels that are very famous, but it's incredibly good and high quality. They kind of adhere to natural processes and try, again, without going too crazy, but try to sort of be true to the tradition and the history of winemaking in the area. This label has the Amphore d'Or label on it, the amphora up at the top, but that doesn't mean these are aged in amphora. They're really, it's just an homage to the history of making wine and storing it in amphora all the way back to the Roman days. Anyway, this is 2009. 2009 was really just a really great year for the Northern Rhone. A lot of great Cornas, Côte-Rôtie, and Saint-Joseph were made. Very intense, very concentrated, but yet very just very pleasant to drink. Well, let's see what we have here. On the color, it's not as violet as you would think when you look at some of the Saint-Joseph and the Cornas. It's really very red. It's got a lot of bricking, a little bit of bricking around the edges. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 12, 11-year-old wine, but it's very red, which is really interesting. It's just it's got this intensity. This is partly destemmed, so I'm not sure what really, again, it depends on the year and the bottle and the wine. But, and it's a little bit filtrated. There's sediment here. I don't know if you see it, but it's a little bit filtrated, natural filtration, no cardboard or chemicals or anything like that. On the nose, when I first opened it, there was just a strong, whiff of olive, which is really great. And that dissipates, quickly. Now it's a little bit more fruit and it kind of more like this sort of deeper flavor, maybe dark chocolate or something like that. Not sweet, but not necessarily tart and sharp like a fruit. And not too much alcohol. This is a 14%, but you can't tell. It's just, it's not, again, it's you get the red fruit, but more mature, deeper red fruit, nothing really tangy. And it's just really a little bit of a hint of licorice and herbs. To drink, though, it's just absolutely delicious. I think 2009 seems to be a year where it was probably hard to make a bad wine in the area. But more than that, the wines are sexy, they're appealing, they're serious, but they're not too serious. They have a lot of intensity, a lot of the good things you'd expect. The finish, the mouthful, the attack, you feel the fruit, you feel the roundness. And again, I want to keep saying this, and it's kind of like almost like a piece of chocolate that melts in your mouth. The feeling, not necessarily the taste. So it does spread everywhere, and you can feel it everywhere. And it's not sweet, it's not tart. It's just this nice balanced feeling, almost a feeling that goes throughout your mouth and your throat, and it's just terrific. And I think it's as much a reflection of the year as it is a reflection of this particular Cornas. So I think, if you can find a Cornas from 2009 or a Saint-Joseph, and I know it's been a while, so maybe they're a bit more expensive, but they're ready to drink, they're ready to keep a few more years. They're very, very good, and it's definitely going to be worth your dollar. Anyway, cheers, and see you all soon.